But he also used to talk about how we have endless chapters in life where we have to get to know our new self. And with that, we say goodbye to the old self. And I always found that really helpful for me when I had like my brain injury. And it was that sense of recognizing that life that I'd been living had gone. But I was also in a trauma response because I'd had an accident and my body had been through a physical trauma, and it was very traumatizing losing that career. And so learning to get myself back into a better nervous system regulation was a key part of me being able to cope and understand with letting go of myself and what I was losing. You know, it was like that two-part. I could see the grief of what I was letting go of, but I also had to do it within a window of tolerance of, you know, and I had to recognize, okay, I feel worse symptoms if I let myself cry about this loss for too long. So I'm going to give myself this much time so that I'm allowed and I have permission to feel it, but I won't make myself feel more ill and struggle, right? And that was what my nervous system could cope with. And so I was giving myself my little windows of tolerance as I learned to rebuild my ability to cope with emotions. And so that would be the difference for me, I guess, in trauma and grief on its own. And trauma with grief was like understanding those windows of tolerance and giving myself little tasks, right, as I did deal with the grief and the trauma at the same time. And so we have to be more conscious, I guess, when there's grief and trauma mixed together.